morning, students. Today we will continue with the chapter Irrational Numbers. So some important points. Say if we are multiplying root a into root b, that will be equal to what? Root ab. Similarly, if root a is divided by root b, then it can be written as root a upon b. But do remember that, students, for addition or for subtraction, this is not equal to root a plus b. This is not equal to root a minus b. Only for the multiplication and division is there. Now, if root a into root a, or this can be written as root a square, or it can be written as root a square, that is equal to only a. You must remember this. Say for example, if you need to find out the square of 2 root 3, what basic means of square? Square means multiplying the same number twice. So 2 into 2, that is 4, and root 3 into root 3, that is root a into root a, that is 8, root 3 into root 3, that is root 3 square, or simply 3. 4 into 3, 12. I hope that everybody got that. Okay students, we will do some questions. Say in question number 10, write the following numbers in ascending order. The first part, 3 root 2, 2 root 3, root 15 and 4. We have to write these numbers in ascending order. Now students, we see that here it is an irrational number, it is also an irrational number, it is also an irrational number, but this is a rational number. So as to compare, so as to make the comparison, all should be in the same platform. Same platform means we have the square root in the 3 terms. So what we will do, we will make the 4 terms in square root only. So this 3 is out of the square root. So first what we will do, we'll insert this 3 into square root. So we all know that given a pair of a same prime factor is formed, that can be taken out from the square root. So as to insert the number into the square root, what we have to do? We have to write 2 times the same prime factor. Similarly, 2 is out of square root, so it can be written as 2 into 2 into 3. Root 15 is perfectly fine. But for 4, again, 4 into 4. So this is root 18, 12, 15 and 16. Now we have converted all these 4 numbers in the same platform. And since we need to write these numbers in ascending order, so it is very clearly evident from here that root 12 is the smallest one. Root 12 represents 2 root 3. So 2 root 3 is the smallest one. Then root 15, then root 16, that is 4, that represents 4, and finally root 18, which is 3 root 2. Answer. Pause. Now we have to insert an irrational number between root 2 and root 3. Now we will write, say it is root 2, irrational number q1 dash, and root 3. We need to find out q1 dash. Since we know that between 2 and 3 there are certain numbers which are, we have to write the irrational numbers. Okay. There can be many irrational numbers can be written. Say q1 dash is equal to under root 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. So it can be written like that only. If we need to insert a rational number between them, then there will be, say in 15th question, we have to insert a rational number between them. So between 2 and 3 we have 2.25, which is a perfect square, 2.56, which is a perfect square. So if you need to insert a rational number, so square root of 2.25, which is 1.5, is also a rational number between root 2 and root 3. Go. Now students, we cannot change an irrational number into a rational number, but if we are having a fraction in which either a numerator or a denominator can be an irrational number, so the whole fraction will be an irrational number, but we can rationalize either numerator or denominator. Now for that we need to multiply both numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor as per the requirement of the question, which of the part we have to rationalize. Now just you people have learned the formula, that is the product of sum and difference of the two numbers is equal to square difference of their squares. So let me solve question number 22, first part, and it states that simplify each of the following by rationalizing the denominator. So 7 plus 3 root 5, 7 minus 3 root 5. Now obviously it is an irrational number. From our previous class we know that. I've taught you people that these kind of numbers are an irrational numbers. So we see that numerator and denominator both are irrational number, but the question is we need to rationalize only denominator. So what will be the rationalizing factor of the denominator? Denominator we have a binomial, so the rationalizing factor will contain the same terms 7 and 3 root 5, but with a small change that whatever the sign is here, we have to change that sign so as to form what? A plus b into a minus b format. I'm saying it one more time. We need to rationalize the denominator, which is a binomial. So its rationalizing factor will contain the same terms except the change in middle sign. So the rationalizing factor of 7 minus 3 root 5 will be 7 plus 3 root 5. So I'm writing the rationalizing factor of denominator is 7 plus 3 root 5. So multiplying both numerator and denominator by 7 plus 3 root 5. So we will have 7 plus 3 root 5 on 7 minus 3 root 5. This is the question. Now multiplying both numerator and denominator by 7 plus 3 root 5. Here people have to check both the binomials must be same. If you are multiplying with the different, then you are changing the question and you will get straight away 0 for that. Now at the numerator 7 plus 3 root 5, 7 plus 3 root 5, that means 7 plus 3 root 5 whole square. At the denominator 7 plus 3 root 5, 7 minus 3 root 5, that is a plus b into a minus b, which is equal to what? Difference of their square. First term square minus second term square. Now we will expand 7 plus 3 root 5 whole square with the formula a plus b whole square, that is first term square plus second term square plus 2 times first term into second term. Now square of 7 is 49. Now what is the square of 3 root 5? I just told you people 3 root 5 square means we have to multiply 3 root 5 into 3 root 5. 3 3 is 9 and root 5 into root 5, that is 5. 9 into 5, which will be 45. Now proceeding with that. Square of 7, 49. We have just checked out 3 root 5 square is 45, so plus 45 minus or plus, sorry, 14, 2, 3 is 6, 6 and 42. 42 root 5 upon 49 minus 45, that is 4. Now 9, 5, 14, 8, 94 plus 42 root 5 by 4. Now breaking up into partial fraction, 94 by 4 plus 42 root 5 by 4. It is not divisible. 2, 47, 2, 21, or we can write 47 by 2 plus 21 by 2 root 5 is the answer. Pause. Okay, question number 22, third part also. Here we see that 5 minus 3 root 14 and 7 plus 2 root 14. Now check it out. Here the terms at the numerator as well as the denominators are different, and both numerator and denominator are an irrational number. But the question is, we only need to rationalize the denominator. Now since denominator is a binomial, the terms will be same except a simple change, that the sign of the middle term will be, sign of the in between will be changed. So what is the rationalizing factor? Seven minus 2 root 14. So multiplying both numerator and denominator by 7 minus 2 root 14. This will give you 5 minus 3 root 14 upon 7 plus 2 root 14. Now 7 minus 2 root 14 and 7 minus 2 root 14. This is the important part. Now since the terms are different, but we know how to multiply a binomial by a binomial, so we will be using that. 5 into 7, 35, plus minus minus, 5 to the 10 root 14. We can only multiply by a rational number by a rational number and irrational number by an irrational number. Minus plus minus 21 root 14, minus into minus, plus 3 is 6 and root 14 into 14, that is 14. Now at denominator we have the format a plus b into a minus b, which is the difference of the square. Square of 7 minus 2 root 14 square. Okay, 6 into 14, that is 35, plus 6 4 is 24, 2 6 1 is 6, 2 84. Minus 10 root 14 minus 21, that is minus 31 root 14. Okay, 49 minus 4 into 14. So we have 5 4 9, 3 8 11, 119 minus 31 root 14, and 4 4 is 16, 49 minus 16, 56. So 190 minus 31 root 14 and divided by minus 7. So this is your answer. Now question number 23. It is given that 2 plus 3 root 3 divided by 4 minus 5 root 3 is equal to a plus b root 3. We need to find out the values of a and b. Now in this question we see that at left hand side we have both numerator and denominator, and both are irrational numbers. But at the right hand side we see only a numerator, denominator is 1, and the numerator is only an irrational number. So what we have to do, we need to rationalize the denominator of the left hand side, and then we will compare both left hand side and right hand side and can easily obtain the values of the variable a and b. So from our previous experience, we know that the rationalizing factor of 4 minus 5 root 3 is 4 plus 5 root 3. So multiplying both numerator and denominator by 4 plus 5 root 3 at left hand side. So we have 2 plus 3 root 3 divided by 4 minus 5 root 3, multiplying both numerator 4 plus 5 root 3 and 4 plus 5 root 3, and that is equal to what? A plus b root 3. At numerator we will be multiplying binomial by a binomial. So 2, 4, 8, 10 root 3, 12 root 3 and 15 into 3. At denominator a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b root 3. So 45 plus 8, 53 plus 22 root 3, 16 minus 25 into 3, that is 75, is equal to a plus b root 3. Okay, 53 plus 22 root 3, 16 minus 70 or 15 minus 6, that is 9, and 6 minus 1 is 5, minus 59 is equal to a plus b root 3. Now breaking up into the partial fraction, left hand side breaking up into the partial fraction, so 53 by minus 59 plus 22 root 3 by minus 59 is equal to a plus b root 3. Now comparing the rational and irrational parts, the rational and irrational parts. So we clearly see that the rational part A, which is equal to, here the rational part is 53 upon minus 59. So A is equal to minus 53 upon 59. Now irrational part B root 3 is equal to minus 22 upon 59 root 3. Root 3 will be cancelled out, so B is equal to minus 22 by 59. These are the values of A and B. Now question number 24. If root 5 minus 1 upon root 5 plus 1 plus root 5 plus 1 upon root 5 minus 1 is equal to a plus b root 5. Find a and b. Now students, if you observe the question very closely, we see that the denominators of both the fraction are the rationalizing factor of one another. Root 5 plus 1 is the rationalizing factor of root 5 minus 1, and root 5 minus 1 is the rationalizing factor of root 5 plus 1. So this question can be solved very easily by taking out the LCM. Now what will be the LCM? Root 5 plus 1 into root 5 minus 1, and then we cross multiply. We all know about these things in class 6, we have learned in class 6, and this will be root 5 plus 1 into root 5 plus 1, to root 5 plus 1 whole square. Now expanding, or you can use the formula which I have taught you in expansion. A plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square is equal to 2 times a square plus b square. I will be using that only. 2 times first term square plus second term square. At the denominator, a plus b, a minus b, that is the difference of their square, root 5 square minus 1 square is equal to a plus b root 5. So we have 2 times 5 plus 1 and here 5 minus 1, which is equal to a plus b root 5. 6 12 by 4 is equal to a plus b root 5. It will be 3. So 3 is equal to a plus b root 5. Now we see that at left hand side the irrational part is not there. So we can easily write 3 plus 0 root 5 is equal to a plus b root 5. And on comparing the rational and irrational part, so a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 0 is the answer. Okay, question number 27. If x is equal to 1 minus root 2, find x minus 1 upon x whole square. Sorry, raised to the power 4. So in these type of questions, we need to find out the value of x minus 1 upon x first. So we have x. What we need to find? We need to find out the value of 1 by x. Now 1 by x will be what? 1 upon 1 minus root 2. We will be rationalizing the denominator, and the rationalizing factor of 1 minus root 2 is 1 plus root 2. So multiplying both numerator and denominator by 1 plus root 2. 1 plus root 2. Here the difference of square, 1 square minus root 2 square. So 1 by x is equal to 1 plus root 2, 1 minus 2, or 1 by x is equal to minus times 1 plus root 2. Now we can easily find x minus 1 upon x. So x is 1 minus root 2 minus 1 upon x is minus 1 plus root 2. On simplifying, 1 minus root 2, minus into minus plus, so 1 plus root 2, minus root 2 plus root 2 will be cancelled out, so 1 plus 1 is 2. Now since we need to find out the value of x minus 1 upon x raised to the power 4. So from here we know that x minus 1 upon x is what? 2. 2 raised to the power 4, 16. Question number 28. If x is equal to 5 minus 2 root 6, now find the value of x square plus 1 upon x square. Now students, this question is not simple. We cannot find it directly, or if we are going to do that, it will take a lot of calculation and time also. And we all know that during exam time, time is our worst enemy. So what we will do, we can use either x plus 1 upon x whole square or x minus 1 upon x whole square. So x plus 1 upon x whole square is what? X square plus 1 upon x square plus 2. So we will find x plus 1 upon x whole square minus 2, which is equal to x square plus 1 upon x square. Now finding this is lot more simpler than finding the square and then squaring and then rationalizing that will take a lot of time and calculation too. So but what do we need to find out? X plus 1 upon x. X is there, 1 upon x. 1 upon x is very simple. 5 minus 2 root 6. Rationalizing the denominator, 5 plus 2 root 6 into 5 plus 2 root 6. So 1 upon x is equal to 5 plus 2 root 6 divided by 5 square minus 2 root 6 square. 5 plus 2 root 6, 25, 24, or we have 1 upon x is equal to 5 plus 2 root 6. Look, I've done the rationalizing only once. There you have to make the square and then rationalizing. That will make a lot of problem for you people. Now x plus 1 upon x, that is 5 minus 2 root 6. 1 upon x is 5 plus 2 root 6. Plus 2 root 6 minus 2 root 6 will be cancelled out. So we have x plus 1 upon x is equal to 10. Now substituting these values over here. So x plus 1 upon x is 10. The 10 square minus 2 is equal to x square plus 1 upon x square. Or x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to 100 minus 2. Or x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to 90
8. This is the answer.
Thank you.